The
awkwardly.
schmoozing was
like
not
the
terrible.
shots of them looking at each other, whether it was Maverick
Take
looking
my
at
breath
Charlie. Yeah. How many times?
Oh yeah.
The two songs. It was that and Danger Zone.
Danger Zone, yeah.
100% of the soundtrack. It's like, all right, we have $200 million for this movie, and we spent $150 million of it on Danger Zone. Dumb.
Every time they looked at each other, wah wah. We get it.
Welcome to the danger zone.
Highway to the danger zone.
That's a bop.
All right, I
That's
got
what
it.
I said.
In 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to a Saturday edition. Well, it comes up on Tuesday.
Sunday
for you.
edition?
Is it Saturday?
Oh, it's Sunday.
It is Sunday.
I don't know what day it is. Because we're going to be in 24 hours. Nick and I will be in Las Vegas, Sin
Heyo.
City.
Hey,
We're gonna play so much poker.
So we had to record this one early.
Gonna gamble all our money away.
You pulled out the deed to your house, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to
And the pinks for all the cars, pink slips.
Yep.
Yeah, we watched, we're going to talk about a movie, though. We watched the gayest movie ever made. It's not Bros, it's Top Gun is what we watched. Wow.
Wow.
It has a stunning 57% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's all. That's it's shocking. It's that high.
Wow.
This movie
Oh boy.
sucks.
No.
It sucks. It's so fun. I had a blast. I laughed my ass off. This movie sucks.
Yeah, it's very Roadhouse in that regard.
Roadhouse
like it's fun
is-
to watch, but it's not a masterpiece.
Roadhouse is definitely a better movie than Top Gun. I think.
I'll concede to that, but
I think it's
I
definitely a
liked
better movie.
Top Gun.
I'm amazed that a second Top Gun got made.
Yeah.
It's amazing that a second Top Gun.
I mean,
got
this
made.
is like everyone loves this.
Why
movie.
did this become such a moment, like a pop culture thing? That's what I want
I
to know.
don't know. I
'Cause
don't
Jet's
know.
Because
fast.
Tom Cruise,
I think Tom
Yeah, I don't know.
Cruise, America, yay!
America, the military.
Although this came out before.
before he was Tom Cruise?
But was it like retroactive? Like, oh,
don't
now
know.
we like Tom Cruise, so now we also like Top Gun.
I did see that they
Remember?
got so much hype for the Air Force that they started putting recruiting stations outside of movie theaters that were showing Top Gun.
Yeah,
That's
there was
great.
a
Oh,
definite
wow.
spike.
Yeah, so that people were like, I want to fly an F-14, the ugliest airplane ever
Well,
made. That airplane.
And the military had like they were heavily involved in the movie.
Yeah. They changed the script.
Yeah, they had to approve the script.
They changed the love interest to a civilian because you're not allowed to be in a relationship with like
Really?
other people in the military or something. So she had to be a civilian contractor. That was a change they made.
And all the pilots were actual pilots from the military.
Right. It cost the production like the equivalent in today's money of almost $20,000 an hour in jet fuel.
Oh my god.
Oh wow.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
So the director, I don't remember his name. I remember he's Ridley Scott's brother.
Why do it? Wait. Who's Ridley Scott?
He's a famous director that's done a bunch of
Oh,
movies that
okay.
none of which come to mind right now.
Yeah. All right. Whatever.
Did
Another
he do
director.
Alien?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I remembered one Ridley Scott movie. His brother was hired because he did a commercial for Saab that had an airplane fly over a car.
It's like, you're in.
And they went, that's the guy for our movie.
You got chaps, kid.
Yeah.
Like,
1987 is when this came out, so it's pre-Gulf War. I thought that was interesting. I put this movie in the 90s in my brain.
Yeah.
The soundtrack is terrible.
Wow.
Great
You
Balls
don't
of
like
Fire.
Kenny Loggins?
Okay, I like these songs. Kenny Loggins
Okay.
is a legend. The Great Balls of Fire piano thing, hilarious. But I hate 80s synth.
There was so much.
Oh my god! Every time it was, even when it was Kenny Loggins, it's just bam, 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 bam,
Is the- yeah.
dumb,
That
stupid,
one-
has aged like milk on a countertop.
No.
So
Was it
bad.
more 80s synth or 80s sweat?
Oh,
Lot of misting
'Cause
from
there's a
Windex
lot of
bottles.
sweat.
there's a lot of
and
sweat.
stuff was happening.
Like, wait,
This is like
hold
the
the
s-
take.
The sweat budget must have been insane.
yeah,
Like,
the slowest.
There's a sweat guy.
just like sweating on them.
I
Ew.
wish the
Just wrings them out. Ugh.
towel. Yeah.
It's like,
The first act, the first scenes. What did y'all think of the first scenes?
The first scenes. What were the first scenes?
The initial MIG
like the
encounters.
sepia wash intro credits, and then
Okay, yeah. Let's talk about the intro credits real quick so I can close this tab. There's a text on the screen that pops up that says, on March 3rd, 1969, the United States Navy established an elite school for the top 1% of its pilots. Its purpose was to teach the lost art of aerial combat, which...
wasn't it just invented? Like,
yeah.
That's a
where
good
did
point.
it go?
The lost
Where
art.
did the
Just
lost art?
after Vietnam, we forgot how to fly. Stupid. And to
art.
ensure that the
Were we
handful
birds before this?
today, the Navy calls it Fighter Weapons School, and this is the part that kills me. The Flyers call it Top Gun. It's not a flyer. A flyer is what you staple to a telephone pole when your cat goes missing. They're pilots. The Flyers.
Pilots.
So I laughed at the
But
word flyer for
don't they-
17 years.
Become a pilot when they graduate.
They all had pilot wings already. That's what they turned in.
Yeah, that's
what-
right.
What's the dude? All right, let's talk about the dude.
Cougar.
Cougar. Wow, what a name. Call sign. A lot of call signs in this
Do
movie.
you pick your own call sign?
I don't
I feel
I
like
don't
you'd
think
probably
in
get
the real world you do.
think in the
No,
real world.
because
Because
you
why
do.
would you pick Cougar?
earn it, right?
Yeah, I feel like it's a thing you
Yeah.
earn.
Maybe
What I
he
read
was
is like
like-
it's like a making fun of you kind of thing. It's kind of to equalize you
Yeah.
and keep everybody's ego in check, so you would not have like a cool call sign.
Yeah,
Like,
in my military
Yeah.
opinion, that's correct.
Maybe he was like into a younger girl.
Oh,
They're like Cougar.
cougar.
Gross.
well,
He'd be the
older
no,
woman, but
older women are cougars.
Yeah.
Doesn't it not apply to men? What are
Can a
men?
man be a cougar?
older men are silver foxes.
Silver foxes.
Oh.
And then
Yeah,
if you're
so-
a young man and you go after an older woman, you're a cub. It's cougars and cubs.
Why is it negative for women to go after younger,
we
but
live in
men
a white
are
misogynist
silver
society.
foxes?
This is why we have hot points.
This is why we have hot points.
Yeah, and no women. in
Balancing
hot
the
points.
scales.
Yeah, but we have to. We're tipping. We're putting our toe on the scale of sexism in the opposite way.
Yes,
Yeah.
With hot
Take
points.
that.
they deserve it.
Take that, glass ceiling.
Yeah.
We're smudging the glass ceiling with hot points.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so they're having a MiG encounter or something. MiGs are Russian. This part of the movie was also changed by the Navy. It was originally supposed to take place in Cuban airspace, and the Navy said, "Could you please not do that?" So it took place over open water. I have hair in my mouth.
Gross.
So gross. There's a man named Cougar. He sucks at flying, and he gets the flying equivalent of the twisties. Freaks out. Maverick has to guide him back to
Which
the carrier,
I
which
was
is dumb.
mad. I'm like, he kept staring at his picture of his wife and kid, and I was like, if you want to make it back to them, fly your plane.
Also,
Like-
like no danger at this point.
No one's gonna blow
Yeah.
you up right now. Like, if you love that, you can fly your plane back.
That's true. He was
I was
in
like,
the clear.
you're good now.
Dumb.
It was scary, but like, you're good now.
I mean, he was shaken up
He
though.
was shaken up.
I felt no stakes at all. I know
No.
it was supposed to like. I don't know. I didn't.
No,
I wanted the
same.
first
Yeah.
act to get on a bit. I'm like, hurry this up because it's so boring, and it's so sepia. It's
Yeah.
insane. Then Maverick and Goose after Cougar turns his wings in. Get
just
get
can't
to
do
go
it
to
anymore.
Top Gun school. Wow.
Danger
Top
Zone.
Gun. 2 words.
Top Gun.
Not Top Gun. Top Gun.
Yeah, people are really mad if you say Top Gun too fast.
Why?
I don't know, because
Who
they have
cares?
no
Top Gun.
lives.
I'm gonna say it really fast
Top
for the rest of this
Gun.
episode.
I hope Chris King doesn't watch this.
Why? Does he really love Top
He
Gun?
loves this movie.
Loves this. Like,
Yeah.
That's
He's
putting
got
it
like the
mild.
poster.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. The poster in his office.
Well,
A real truck.
Chris King's great, but he can be wrong too. This movie sucks.
It's a vibes movie for sure.
It is a vibe.
Like,
I don't think it's.
Yeah.
I don't dislike this movie, but it sucks. So, Top Gun School.
It's pretty cheese. But
It's pretty.
We start in a bar with a bunch of scenes that made me want to slam my head in a car door until I was killed.
Yep.
Because they're like, "Who's this hot lady?" And then Maverick and Goose pull a microphone out of their ass. Where did they get
I
that?
don't know.
It was
Where was
karaoke
it
night,
hooked up
the
obviously.
extension cord, yeah, it reached
Was
for a
that
long time.
explicitly stated?
Nope.
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 Just pulled a microphone. For all we know, this bar just has like a rail of microphones somewhere, and you can just grab one and be the worst person in the world. If this happened at a bar with me in it, I would leave that bar.
If
You're
that's
saying
how-
that if I was
I
trying to
would
pick
roll
up a
my
girl,
eyes out of my head.
Yeah.
It would be like,
I was
here
trying
we
to pick
go.
up someone at a bar.
I would leave you.
You
if
wouldn't
didn't.
sing with me?
Hell no.
You wouldn't be my wingman?
No, I have way too much social anxiety for that, and self-respect.
Yeah.
If a man tried to pick me up like this, I'd be like, no, hard pass. There wouldn't be a second flirt.
That's a big
And then if he
gamble.
followed me into the bathroom, I'd be like, you're creepy.
That's a big red
I
flag.
forgot he even did that.
Get outta
Can we
here.
talk about too? He was like, you have to have Goose was like, you have to have carnal knowledge of a woman this time, and that's
Yeah.
just like not. It's just glossed over. Like, wait.
Wait.
Break that down.
Hold on.
Wait, what happened? That sounds like a story. Can we watch that prequel movie? Like, what was going on there?
We missed it. Let's back out of the bar really quick because I wasn't looking at my notes, and we missed maybe the most hilarious shot of the whole film, where he's driving his Maverick is driving his motorcycle to the bar where Top Gun School's at, and a fighter jet flies like over him or near him, and he looks up at it and like pumps his fist. He's like, "Yeah, baby, planes!" Like, it's so dumb. I love planes.
I love being a flyer.
Yeah, I'm a flyer in that plane. Anyway.
He's passionate.
Wish I was up there.
Oh, and then the first shot of the bar is of this like hot lady's leg that's like poking out of a slit in her dress. It's like the establishing shot of the bar. And
But it's not even the hot lady.
no.
It's
This
a
is just
random
a
hot
lady. It pans up from her leg to a Budweiser and then to her teeth that could eat corn through a picket fence.
Speaking of teeth, this movie
Dude.
I saw Tom Cruise like middle tooth.
It was
The
so
whole
bad.
time.
Yeah. I didn't notice it in what was the other Rain Man like nearly as much as
Right.
like all the other movies, but this one I was like, wow, they are really
His
panning
must
the
have
teeth
flash
had-
of
felt
that tooth.
so big in
He
this
must
movie.
have had them filed down after this. Like, because they were bigger. Like,
old
he's had
chompers,
some
yeah.
work done.
He
to
looked
help.
like Hellboy.
Oh
Like
my God.
baby Hellboy.
Or Bugs Bunny. But if you took Bugs Bunny's teeth and like took all of them out and shifted them one and then put them back
Yeah.
in. Dude, it's distracting how bad
yeah.
that lady's, everyone's teeth were.
He
It's
was the
crazy
only-
that he
the only teeth I
became
saw.
the guy that would save movies later with that
Yeah.
with that teeth like that. It's crazy. Good
I don't
for him,
remember
guess, but
where this
crazy.
quote came from, but I wrote it down. It said, the quote was, "The list is long but distinguished," and then the reply was, "Yeah, well, so is my Johnson." I don't remember what that was in. I don't remember.
I
that
think it was
for.
when they were like, they're all competing to be the number one
was
at
like
the Top
locker
Gun
room.
school.
Okay, yeah.
And they all want to get their name on a plaque because that's the best thing
Oh,
you can
that's right,
happen
that's
is you
right,
get your
that's
name on
right.
a plaque. That's worth all this competitiveness, whatever.
But
So.
in the bar, now, I know I'm skipping around, but back in the bar with that song, everybody in the bar joins in on the song because it's like must have been a well-known song. What's the 2023 version of that? Do you think? What is like a song that song like?
Whoop up Gangnam Style.
It's,
or like-
it's
No.
still Sweet Caroline,
Yeah, Sweet Caroline was my
Oh,
first
yeah.
thought, or like
which is the worst song.
it's probably Sweet Caroline. I hate that song because of the Red Sox.
Or probably some current country song that
It's
I don't
not
know.
a love song.
Low
but
places.
Party in the USA.
Arth.
Party in the USA.
I feel like that,
That
would
would
get a
get
lot
the-
of people.
Yeah, that would get their mouths off their hookahs
Maybe.
and onto the mic. Stupid.
Everybody yells that song. Sweet Caroline.
I have written down F-14s are ugly. I don't like the F-14 plane. I think it's ugly.
That
really-
is
That's the plane. The
what
main,
Maverick flies.
Yeah, the main plane they were
Yeah.
all flying. It's just a big.
Where the wings go.
The wings move, which is cool.
I like
But
that.
the
But it can go upside down.
F-15 is so much better looking. but I don't think it.
I'm not knowledgeable enough
I
here.
don't think the F-15 could do carrier stuff. I don't think it. But
We should do hot points for the different fighter jets.
F-15 has my heart forever. I had two when I was a kid. I had two fighter plane jet models that I got for Christmas at my grandpa's house in Atlanta, and one was an F-14 and one was an F-15. I probably still have them somewhere. I should find
Shoved
them.
in that closet.
Or we got rid of
Probably
them
in the
forever
box in my
ago.
garage.
But I would play with the wings on the F-14 because they moved and the model just like in the movie. But I never liked it as much as the 15 because it just looks better. Looks cool. And now here's a picture of an F-15 on the screen that Danielle has to do.
I got her.
I don't have the time going. What time is it? 15:12.
15-12, write it down.
I'm gonna write it down.
So then we do some flight train. Well, Maverick and it turns out the hot chick from the bar they sang to is like the instructor for the flight thing, and then Maverick immediately tells
What
her
are the odds?
she's wrong about MiGs, and they have just the worst flirting
Oh, it's so
for
gross.
110 minutes.
Anytime, not Tom Cruise. Anytime Maverick like does a smirk or grins really big, it made me want to blow my brains out.
Yeah.
Right.
Just that arrogance.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
a lot of smirking in this
If a
movie.
guy,
so
like-
There's so
dangerous.
much.
He just thinks
Yeah.
he's like the hottest shit. And I
He
was like,
just-
that's not hot to me.
He's
a guy
so
who thinks
punchable.
It's like
he's like doing me a favor. No.
because there's
No
it's
sense.
an interesting because it's not the confidence that I dislike, but it was because there's a similar amount of like
You can be confident and not arrogant.
Yes.
well, but there's characters in films like in Smokey and the Bandit where
can't
there's
wait.
that arrogant confidence, but it plays off better off of Burt Reynolds than it does off of Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise, I
agree.
don't think he's too boyish.
I was going to say age
In
has
this movie-
a lot to do with it too.
He's too boyish to have it like a land well for me.
Yeah.
So I was just like, this is just gross.
It softens with age.
Yeah, and whenever he was stood next to her, like she looked like 33 and he looked 17, and it was I didn't like it. It was gross.
When I watched this
should
the
called him
first
Cougar.
time in high school, I remember thinking she felt like too old for him.
yeah,
Like she's got master's degrees.
yeah.
Like, come on.
I don't know.
She's got a master's.
Yeah.
He just feels
She's preying
gross.
on the students. Yeah.
Then we have a bunch of flying,
Flight
training
Flight
by the
for-
flyers.
training for flying or for fighting MiGs, using some smaller plane that my dad would know, but I don't and didn't bother to look it up. But they're flying F-14s against simulated MiGs with the instructors in them. And Maverick breaks all the rules, man. That's what he does. He's a rule
Classic
breaker,
Maverick.
man. He's breaking all the rules,
And the-
man. Breaking the rules, man. And it's dumb. And then he flies. There's something about a hard deck that they never explain.
Hard deck.
I thought you were going to say hard on because
He
that was also mentioned
He
a lot.
flies
Several
around, goes under or over the hard deck and the exercise. And they mention that he was in trouble for hard decks, and then they never explain it.
Anytime they were in the sky flying, I just couldn't be bothered to really care about
That's the whole movie.
what they were doing.
That's like the cool
Like
part.
the hard deck, I don't remember that. They were just
I had
flying around.
a
shooting
note that it was
things.
like, this is military lo-fi, just like jet engine sounds. I got a bogey on my tail. I got and like it was just kind of like
Well,
throwing in jargon. And I was like, I don't know what's happening, but I could kind of fall asleep to this.
And to a
It's kind of
point
oddly
that will
relaxing.
come back later, the cockpit chatter was very trench run. Like gold leader checking in. Where are you, red leader? Like it's all
I got
just
a bogey on my tail.
yeah.
I can't shake him. Like, Wilhelm scream.
I'm a little scorched, but I'm all right. Like
Yeah.
it's all
I got some carbon scoring on my tail.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
It's so goofy.
so wow. What a movie.
Wow.
What a movie.
Wow.
Every line Maverick has towards this instructor lady makes one to die was a note I had.
And she face turns on him so quick.
Yeah.
Just out of nowhere, she's like, all right, I'm in. Let's have dinner.
Yeah.
There was actually some genius in the way you were flying. Yeah.
Because she plays hard to get and then he plays hard to get, and I just want to hit him in the teeth with a bat. It's the worst.
It's like, well, you guys both can't play hard to get.
I know,
Like,
it's dumb.
She's
and then
on
there's
the couch like, oh, I'm so hot.
after the hard deck incident.
Where are
that's-
you going? I'm going to take a shower.
yeah. and
Yeah.
she's
It
like,
just goes away on his motorcycle, just leaves. Like,
At his house, apparently.
did you meet back at the academy? Like, just more familiar with those shower heads.
After the hard deck incident, Mustache Instructor gives us our 10,000th cliche of the movie with the I flew
Viper.
with his old man. I flew with his old man. Cliche of the movie. Chris
Maybe-
King must have seen this when he was about 7.
Yeah,
I didn't
and
know. It's like, is this written by
every
middle
month
schoolers?
since.
You don't watch this movie for the first time at 30 and be like, oh,
That, I mean, that's
Wow.
fair.
or
That's what
your
most of the
brain's-
movies we
or
watch.
your brain's very small.
The
Well,
script
Chris
is
Kang,
so.
Chris Kang,
Chris
Chris
Kang.
King does not have a small brain, so
So he has to have watched
he
this
had
when he was
to
a kid.
have started early.
Nostalgia's
There's,
powerful.
yeah, I was about to say nostalgia.
Nostalgia's
for sure.
powerful because this movie is insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
Well,
also,
the script is just so just
But he does
elementary.
yeah, when he wants to do the flyby and he won't let him do it, and he's like, "All right, well now that I got my coffee all up in my face," and he flies up, and he like
Yeah.
flips out with the coffee. He
And
does
then-
it like twice.
And then the second flyby, they hand him the mug. I'm like, oh, of course. Of
yeah,
course
I was like,
he's
you're
getting
just
a
setting
drink
yourself.
right
What is like this prop comics? Just
See, and those
so
things
goofy.
would have been funnier if the rest of the movie was better. But because the whole movie is like campy, it doesn't work.
now. Yeah, it doesn't land.
Right.
ah.
Oh, I said doesn't land earlier. Nobody gave me an but when Nick does it. No, I don't know. It's like it's just every like little jab of supposed humor like that was like when a clown squirts you with a water flower. It's like this isn't working for me because
Yeah.
you're dressed as this whole movie's dressed as a clown. So honking
Heavy-handed.
Movies
honking
dressed
your
as a
nose
clown.
doesn't make it funny.
Some harsh criticism.
I didn't like it. Well, I liked it, but
And
stupid
then he was
movie.
all mad. And he's like, "I want some butts," and I was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
Could have said
Well,
ass.
the Navy,
there.
it
no,
down.
the Navy made them soften the language. It's another thing. The Navy,
I was going to say why.
the military, made them soften language. They call ambulances meat wagons, and they made them soften language of a movie. Stupid.
It was the 80s.
And then every time Maverick did something he obviously knew he wasn't supposed to do, he was like, "Man, now I'm in trouble." I'm like,
it's my fault. Feel bad for me. No heroes in this
"No,
movie.
they
Everybody
told
sucks.
you not to do it."
I like
no
Ice.
heroes.
No, Ice is the villain that we're supposed to hate
There.
is kind of the only person that's smart in the whole movie.
Who is
He's
the
the
villain?
straight man in the
Well-
gayest movie.
Yeah, well,
The
Iceman
Migs.
is our antagonist, but he's on our side, so it's a
Right.
weird dichotomy.
Like they never really say who they're out. Like once they graduate,
Well,
and
Migs
they
are,
actually
Migs are
go.
Russian,
Okay.
and this is late Cold War stuff.
I didn't know that they were Russians.
Yeah, I
Makes more
didn't
sense.
either.
Migs are Russian, so
Oh.
it's Russia, guys. They can't say it. but
Classic
Migs are
Russia.
So no, this is late Cold War stuff, or I guess mid Cold War. So
Yeah, I guess I'd.
and
It's kind of
pre
suck
again.
to always get pulled in to be the bad guy in a movie.
Well,
but
a couple years later, they
historically,
they
yeah.
got replaced by
mean,
the
Russia's-
old Taliban. Once
Well, it's either the Germans,
Yeah.
the Russians, or the the
well,
Middle
the
East
Germans
now.
deserved it.
The Germans deserve.
The
it,
Russians
yes.
still deserve it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Volleyball. Let's talk about volleyball.
Volleyball.
yeah.
This man
Let me
is
tell
playing
you.
beach volleyball in jeans. Jeans.
He's also the height of the average
I never thought about
12-year-old
that.
boy, so I don't know how he's playing the net
Oh,
in
dude.
volleyball.
With this movie, and with most Tom Cruise movies, apparently they try to hide his height.
Yeah.
So he was in like shoes.
Of course.
With,
Just
with
like
platforms.
just like Ron DeSantis. In
no,
his speeches.
no way.
I thought you were gonna say they lowered
Have
the
you
net.
seen those TikToks?
No.
Oh
but
my God! I'm
Everybody
gonna send them
go
to you.
look it up. That man's wearing 6-inch heels in
Yeah.
his cowboy boots.
The evidence is there.
There's a lot of evidence. He's a little baby. So drag, not for thee, but for me, for Ron DeSantis. Yeah, volleyball that's the only scene that I like knew, I guess, because it's
Yeah,
like a famous thing.
I guess.
It was also dumb. I didn't like it.
Made him late for his date.
Made him late
My,
for his date because he just had a watch but didn't look at it. And then
Oh,
wanted
is
to
that why he was late?
yeah, and wanted to shower again at her house, and she was like, "I don't think so."
I'm hungry.
And she
Wink,
also had her wine in direct sunlight.
Good.
That's how you do
That's
that.
where you want to keep your
Always
wine.
put your wine in direct sunlight. And then Tom Cruise is like, "You forgot to pour the wine." I'm like, "Don't drink. It's gross. She's had it in the sun for who knows how long. It's all broken down and corked. It's stupid. Don't put your wine in sunlight. Everybody knows that.
I'm gonna put it in
Wine
sunlight.
cellars don't have
Yeah.
glass roofs.
Yeah, notoriously dark rooms. Pretty
Hers does.
wide-
I can't even remember
widely
her
known.
name.
Egregious amount
Charlie
of,
was their call name.
Yeah, egregious amount of sexual tension in this film between men and
Yes.
But
men,
mostly
and
between I was gonna say
men
mostly
and
between the
women,
flyers.
and men in planes and everything. Just everything.
Men in motorcycles.
How do
Yeah.
like, man, this is so gay. And that's not to be disparaging, but like it's hilarious that this is like the masculine tough men love this
Macho,
movie, and
yeah.
it's the gayest thing I've ever seen. This movie is gayer than two men kissing.
Like,
It's insane.
Oh, man.
Um,
I wanted them to kiss.
sex scene
It-
also had more tongue than a high school.
Oh my
dance.
god, it was so
That-
much.
yeah.
Like lots of like. There's
a lot.
another scene later where they're like in shadow because the exposures of the, and you could just see the shadow of Tom Cruise's
Straight
tongue
through
being
the-
like.
Yeah. I was like, it's like
like,
I'm watching
Tom,
The Bachelor right now.
You ever done this before, man?
Oh, man.
What was the other thing? Oh, after the sex scene, she wakes up and cliche, he's not there, but he leaves her a paper plane, which is so stupid. Imagine, Carl, you have sex with a lady and you leave her apartment and you leave behind a little origami laptop. Because like that's what you do for your job.
Just leave an egg there
An
or something.
egg.
Leave an
Yeah.
egg.
Just anything.
Oh my
just little paper.
That was a
whatever
great
you do.
experience.
Oh my
Egg
God.
experience.
Oh,
Egg
this
on
is
my
what he-
face if I didn't leave this. Like,
Yeah.
Oh my
you had
god.
egg on your face last night. Fine, we'll cut it. We'll cut it.
No, leave it.
No, it's staying. Oh my god.
Uh,
I'd have egg on my face if I didn't leave this.
don't egg me on.
Let's talk about the only interesting part of the entire movie, which is Goose dying.
Oh.
Sad.
So you knew Goose died.
Yes.
But you've seen the second Top Gun, right? You saw
No.
Maverick? No, but
No, I
you'd
haven't.
seen the first
Well,
one.
I knew that. Well, I mean, I had seen this movie years ago, so I knew Goose died. But then I know in the new one, I think, what's his name? Miles Teller's character is upset at Tom Cruise for letting his dad die, which is not his fault. But
Yeah, his dad didn't eject him into the canopy.
yeah,
I mean, he kind of.
he
Which-
kinda-
But Goose ejected himself into the canopy.
yes,
Yeah.
Tom could have saved the plane.
So yeah, they're doing a flight exercise, and it's Maverick is wingmanning Ice. So Iceman is Val Kilmer. Iceman is in the front, F-14. Tom Cruise and his wingman in the back. I guess they flew in squad groups of 2, and then each F-14 has a dude and a Rio, which I think is like radio something
It stands
officer,
for something.
radio information officer or something. He's instrumentation. That's why the dudes in the back were the ones barking about the missiles and stuff. And also lots of like looking around and behind, which is why airplanes have canopies. There's little bubbles so you can
just
see
look
behind you
around.
and stuff. It's super cool. So Iceman sucks and can't shoot the MiG or the fake MiG. Can't shoot the simulate MiG that's in front of him. 10 more seconds. 5 more seconds. And we're waiting for 1,000 years. And I was mad. Maverick was mad. Everyone was mad. And then Maverick finally gets Iceman to brake right, but flies into his jet wash and gets into a lateral spin that was unrecoverable. Couldn't restart his plane, so they have to eject, but they're both pinned because they're experiencing 1,000,000 G-force from being in a lateral spin. Goose pulls the ejection thing. Canopy pops off. Tom Cruise ejects, and then Goose ejects right into the canopy with the middle of his face.
Which
You're laughing. That's rude.
Well, I was just
Sad.
at first I was like,
Yeah.
that
Party
wouldn't have
foul.
hurt that bad.
What?
But then I looked up how fast you come out when you hit eject, and you're coming out of the plane at 20 G's, going 750 miles an hour. So
So he wouldn't have
that,
a face.
That hurt.
Yeah, so 55.
Probably didn't hurt because it was
Yeah.
you're dead.
55 feet per second.
Oh my god.
That's how fast you go.
So he like that was the equivalent of like slamming into a
Ah.
Yeah, so he hits
building or
the
jumping
canopy.
off a building.
Yeah, he never felt it. His
He-
neck,
maybe
head,
not.
face, body broken. Then Maverick is like, digs him out of his
Sad.
parachute and gives him a little huggy poo.
This is bro.
Won't let the Coast Guard
was family.
You gotta let him
take
go.
him, and you gotta
And
let
then
him go, Captain, sir.
Like I don't know how else they were
Lieutenant?
supposed to get Goose into the plane after that, but just
Just
dragging his limp body up felt very
Oh,
wrong.
yeah.
It's like a spider pulling up a fly.
Put him on a on a
on
bed
little
or
thing,
something. Yeah.
Yeah, little gurney or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then no one gave
Just
Tom Cruise's character
ragdoll.
time to grieve. They were just like, "Oh,
Get him
it's the
back up.
next day. Get
gotta
over
forget
it.
about it.
Let him
Yeah.
go."
It's
Like
a military,
Try to forget
Danielle.
about it.
I just
Yeah.
sad. No
Yeah.
emotions.
He was allowed to be
But he
sad that one
flew-
scene where he was standing there at the sink in his
his
underwear.
tidy whities.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He
Minus
flew
one hot
solo
point.
after that though for a little bit, right?
No, they
Did they immediately? I thought
immediately
that
put
he
that
flew alone.
that guy with him, whatever his name
Okay.
was.
Yeah.
And then he gets we get like a cougar mirror because he gets the twisties, the airplane twisties too, and he won't shoot and yells at the new Rio like, "I'll fire when I'm good and goddamn ready." Blah, 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 blah.
Before that, when he's kind of grieving at the bar and drinking,
Yeah.
I thought of you because he was like drinking ice water, and she was like, "I'll have what he's having." And he's like, "An ice water," and there was ice in the water.
Oh, there
ice in
was
the
ice in the water.
Oh.
I like the line right before that. What are you having? Hemlock? She asked him.
Yeah.
What are you
And I was
killing
like,
yourself?
You're just sitting there drinking water? It's like you look like you're just 12 drinks in. I was just like, he's just sitting there
I was
hydrating.
like, yeah, this guy's
I was
got
like,
a Collins
for more
glass
tears, I guess.
full of vodka.
He was
Yeah.
just sobering up. He had some.
Yeah, maybe, but yeah, he looked like he was. I was like,
What are you
drinking?
drinking?
Water?
Hemlock?
Yeah, I'll have what he's having.
So
Ice
awesome.
water.
Yeah.
Like, so goofy.
What are you drinking hemlock? She basically went in there like, what are you gonna do? Shoot yourself? Huh? Like crazy way to
Like, yeah,
cope with a
best
dude.
When are
friend
we going for
Grieving.
round 2? Come
just
on. Yeah.
died. Give him a break.
So
Like
then
my voice.
he's got the twisties, and then he's still like, well, he has the conversation with what's the old man?
Viper?
Viper.
Old
Must
man.
have.
Viper tells him how his dad actually died, which was classified information, I guess.
Oh man.
His dad got shot down because he got hit, but then wouldn't turn around while fighting the Viet Cong and blew up in his plane, I guess. He was in an F-6, I think they said.
I sure did block all that info out of my brain.
Nick never
Yeah.
watches the movies we watch. He's just kind of there, vibing.
That was at the end.
Uh,
I was over it.
It was the height of Act 3.
It was
I
close
mean,
to the
the
end.
movie sucks, so I can't blame you. But
It's like it's
watch
all
this be
motivation.
like
I was on my
David's.
phone.
This will be David's favorite movie.
Oh, God.
No,
I
it's
don't
not.
think he loves it more than The Mummy. He loves The Mummy.
Well, the Mummy was.
Shout out to you, David.
I mean,
Was this better or worse than The Mummy?
I would watch
Better.
the Mummy before I watch this again.
Nope.
Interesting.
100%. This movie.
This
Yeah.
was less stressful.
Well, and not only that, I don't want to go through all the like Tom Cruise trying to smooth.
The
awkwardly.
schmoozing was
like
not
the
terrible.
shots of them looking at each other, whether it was Maverick
Take
looking
my
at
breath
Charlie.
away.
Yeah. How many times?
Oh, yeah.
They had two songs. It was that and Danger Zone.
Danger Zone, yeah.
100% of the soundtrack. It's like, all right, we have $200 million for this movie, and we spent $150 million of it on Danger Zone. So the rest is going to be used on fuel.
We,
have to play Danger Zone 5 times.
We took account 4 times.
4
in the
times they
movie.
played Danger Zone.
We hear Danger Zone.
Insane.
I didn't keep track of how many times we hear Take My Breath Away, but it's probably the same amount.
At least twice.
Every time they looked at each other, wah wah. We get it. We get it. He takes her breath away. Ugh.
Fast forward to graduation.
They did it.
They did it.
They did
Maverick
it.
had enough points to graduate. So why was he going to quit? Who knows? Who knows?
He wasn't gonna fly anymore.
Forced trauma.
Yep, I guess. So, but Ice had the top spot. Iceman did, which begs the question: how was Tom allowed to? They said only the top got invited back to teach the academy at the beginning. But
Just
whatever.
gloss over it.
Well,
We just gloss
Gloss over that.
It was because of what happened after graduation. Right?
No.
Yeah, like the way, like the whole actual fighting after they were out of training.
Yeah, that's not what they said earlier in the movie at the very beginning. They said the top guy gets invited to come back and be a Top Gun instructor.
Yeah,
He
but
wasn't
after
the
they
top
did
guy.
all that, he got whatever, and they were like, "You can do whatever you want," and he said, "I'll go
Oh
back."
yeah.
So you did pay attention to one part of the movie. It's just the part so that you could disagree with me and make me look stupid on my podcast.
Yeah, you look so
That's
dumb.
the only thing I was
Classic
looking for.
contrarian.
How can I disagree with Cameron?
How embarrassing.
All right, they get shipped out immediately. Maverick will get his co-pilot when he gets back on the Enterprise, which is the ship he was on originally. Of course, how convenient. I thought that was going to be like a big moment, like his co-pilot was actually going to be Iceman or something. Nope, just a random guy. Why even mention it? Why even mention that he's going to get his assigned?
Iceman can't be his co-pilot. They're both pilots.
But then why mention it at all? I know,
You're right,
I know
you're right.
that they're both pilots. It wouldn't have made sense. But like, was the maybe the old man was going to be his
or like
Rio?
Cougar, bring Cougar back or something.
Yeah, because Viper was like, I'd fly with you anytime. And it's like,
Right.
oh, that'd been cool if he had put it. Yeah.
Stupid. But instead, just some guy.
Viper would have been cool
Some guy. Merlin was
I think
his
it was
name.
because
Merlin.
Viper flew with his
Which
dad.
Merlin's the same guy that was
Yeah.
with him originally, right after.
That'd have been nice
Goose died.
poetry.
Oh really?
So yeah, so it's like, oh well, we'll tell you who you're assigned with. It's the same guy. Stupid. Then they're fighting real MiGs. Real MiGs.
Real makes 5 of them.
Six of them actually.
6 of them. Oh, I missed
So 6 MiGs. Iceman is lead. Maverick is co-pilot again. No, Maverick's on the deck actually. It's Iceman and another
He's
guy because
backup.
Iceman's like, could you not have Maverick? Because
Which would the military actually put him up like that?
No.
Like,
probably not.
He hasn't proven himself. Like, this is an important event. Actual enemies, saving a ship. Like,
I don't know. So he was held in reserve. And then of course the catapults were broken on the ship. Both of them. How convenient. So Maverick went up alone instead of with another plane. So he went up just to back up Iceman because
Well, I think Iceman's original wingman got shot down. So
but
then they
instead
were
of
like,
launching another
Maverick.
squadron, they just throw a Maverick
I
up
see.
because of the catapult issue, I guess.
I guess.
Maverick
had to
is
save the day.
training Iceman, who again sucks and can't shoot his MiG down. Iceman sucks, and he talks himself up, and he's the top of his class, and he can't shoot anything. Whatever. Exact
It's a
same thing
stressful
happens.
situation.
Maverick gets caught in a MiG's jet wash, flat spin, recovers this time. Well, this is after he has a what's his face? A cougar meltdown. It's
Yep.
so good.
He was gonna back up.
And Merlin's like screaming at him, and
Which,
then he
again,
he
like,
looks
come
at the
on.
dog tags.
Talk to me, Goose.
Talk to me, Goose. It's like in the Obi-Wan.
Use the force.
Use
yeah.
the force, Luke. You brought up in the outline that this is
Your
very
instincts.
trench runny, and I replied, this entire movie is a gay trench run.
Yeah.
Wow.
As soon as he was like, "Talk to me, Goose," I was like, "Is he using the force? Like, what is this?"
Again, I don't mean to say like when
so crazy.
when I'm referencing how gay this movie is, I don't mean it disparagingly. I mean it like, how is this considered a masculine movie with how
There's a lot.
rampantly gay
Yeah.
it is?
Yeah.
This is a
The tension.
You gotta love your
ferociously
bros, man. I
homosexual
don't know.
movie. I mean, it's great.
You gotta love your bros.
Some of the best parts were like all the shoulder touching, and it's just like, this is
Yeah.
so wild. And people were like, "Urgh," after they watched it. I'm like,
America.
you guys are, Carl's blurred again.
Oh no.
No, keep it
Carl.
going. Keep it going.
Oh.
He's
I
gonna
love it.
fix.
We'll
It's
make
okay.
this. We'll just let him fix it. Oh yeah.
What
yeah.
else?
Do it. Wave it. That's working. It's working. It's working. Oh, this is so wizard.
Oh,
All right.
boy.
Let me come on.
Hold your hand still.
Oh, there it is.
Oh.
There it
Oh,
is.
he's
There it
back.
is. Alright, he's back.
Yeah.
Leave it in. Don't cut it.
All right.
So there's 6 MiGs. Maverick kills 4 of them.
And scares the other 2 away.
Nope.
Yeah.
Iceman gets one.
Iceman gets 1.
Scares
Oh.
the other.
I guess so that we get to see Iceman not be completely worthless.
So the last guy, the last enemy's just
The
like,
last enemy's
I
like,
can't win this.
yeah, he like Scooby-Doo leave, like bones out.
Smart.
And then we just, USA and sexual tension and hoorah. And
He goes
a bunch
back
of-
to teach.
He goes back to teach, and the chick that moved away is there, which makes sense.
She's like, heard I gotta come back or something. They're bringing in the best.
Ugh,
Like you. Licks lips. Mwah.
dumb.
He brought himself in
Yeah. And she moved to Washington, but then came
What's
back
for?
for
the next
for her
day
man.
to, I don't know, man.
Weeks later.
Oh, your least favorite part of the movie then happens. Go on.
Oh my God. No. Before he goes.
Before
back.
that, yeah. Well, after the successful mission, he lands back on the carrier, and everyone's like, "You're the best."
Yeah,
and he
lands
flies
back on
by
the
the
carrier.
bridge and spills the coffee, and
Again. So then he's on the bridge, right? No, not the bridge.
no, he's on the flight deck.
flight deck. He's on the flight deck, the back of the plane, holding the dog tags. And then he
Oh, yeah.
throws them away into the ocean. I'm like,
Why?
what if his family wanted those?
There is
I was like, maybe keep those. You
Maybe
know?
keep those.
Maybe hold on to that.
Your
there
best
is a
friend died.
reason-
You just threw them away?
there
He
is
had
a,
a wife. You could keep
You're
it.
selfish. Boo. I was so
His
mad.
child?
His child probably would like
that's
to
why he
have
was so
those.
pissed in Top Gun Maverick.
He's like, you fucking threw those. I saw the first movie. You threw them.
Threw them in the ocean?
That's the
Like,
second movie is his kid trying to find his dog tags.
Yeah, he's like a gypsy dog. No, the lore reason was that the dog tags represented the baggage of him getting Goose killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't
I get
throw
the visual.
away-
Throw him
It's
at his
like-
family instead of the ocean.
Yeah.
Or at least just like maybe like look at them and hold them or
It's like
something. I don't
vacuuming.
know.
It's like vacuuming up your dead wife's ashes or something. It's so weird. Up, I'm over.
Pour it in the floor.
I don't know. It's weird. Weird choice.
Yeah.
It was
This whole movie's a
I was
weird choice.
mad.
Yeah.
What a hilarious.
It did bother me. Like, I enjoyed the movie,
Oh, of course.
but it bothered me that, and maybe this is just people I know hyping this movie up, but like, when you think about Top Gun, you think, all right, it's Tom Cruise and he's the best of the best, but he's in second place
the whole
No.
time.
the whole movie.
Yeah.
Well, just because he's too dangerous. To
Yeah,
be
but,
number
like,
one.
I
But
wish
that makes him not the best.
What I wish is that it wasn't as much like training school. I wish we would have gotten to see him. I know that
Actual
we
combat?
like because he pulls off these dangerous maneuvers, but then we have to go back to like the classroom to learn that it worked but was too dangerous and you should never do it.
Yeah.
It's like it would have been way cooler if they're like flying over a combat zone and he's taking dudes out in a risky thing to save a guy, but like the plane went down anyway. Or so, you know what? Like if the stakes were just higher.
Also, this movie's called Top Gun. Do they ever shoot a gun?
Well, no, the Top Guns are the graduates of the flight academy.
The guns are the people.
You're just the Top Gun. I mean, they have guns. They have 20 millimeter cannons on the
Just
airplane.
Should it
saying,
be
it could've
called
been-
Top Flight?
Top flyer. Top
The
Flyers.
mixed shoot guns.
top missile.
Well, yeah.
It's kind of weird that the sequel is just his name.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was thinking at the end of this, I was like,
I know nothing about the sequel. I know it's like him coming back, but to what?
we'll have to watch it. And
Well,
find
he's the
out.
instructor,
Like,
right?
is
He's
he the
got to be the
instructor?
instructor now.
Oh God, I have to say, right when Val, Iceman, and Maverick were fighting, he's like, "I'll give you a countdown on 3."
And he
He's like,
starts
3.
with 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have gone then.
Yeah, I thought he just
we'll
meant
go on
right
3,
now.
and then he counts
Yeah,
down.
3, 2, 1. I was like, no, Tom, Maverick, you got to play by some rules. You have to go in order.
Yeah.
Like you can't just make up anything you want. Yeah, I was like, I thought that was just like, all right, we're firing now.
Yeah.
Like, then he started counting
3.
again. I was like, yeah, that was my ice water in
Yeah,
Departed. I was
yeah.
like, what the. It's like you do it on 3.
3. Bad.
Should we do
Terrible.
hot
Oh.
points?
Let's
So
do hot. Let's
hot
sure.
points.
Hot points.
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought you were going to say something.
I was, but I'll do it later.
Okay, I'm just going to do it later. All right, hot points. Starting at a 5, Tom Cruise does not fare well. He got a -1 for that terrible karaoke scene. If you sing to me, do not sing to me ever. I don't know. What am I supposed to do? It's like the happy birthday song, but worse. Like you just sit there like, cool, thanks. No, -1.
Rob Schraub really hates the Happy Birthday song. So
I hate it.
He makes everybody sing Eddie Murphy instead. So instead of Happy Birthday to you, they sing Eddie Murphy to you.
I kind of like
Eddie Murphy to you. Go on. I'm drinking out of a Schraub mug that says, "How's your free coffee mug?" Ass
Show
dick
it to
on
the
it,
camera.
which is
Here.
very good.
Here. There you go.
There's glare. This is available on I don't remember
The
where.
internet.
T Public or one of those.
I don't know.
I don't know. Google Rob Schraub merch. Buy all of
Google
his
Rob
mugs.
Schraub merch.
You'll find it.
We got another -1 for him following her to the bathroom. Too pushy.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah.
-1 because he needs to tweeze his eyebrows. Come on,
Ooh.
Did he
unibrow.
tweeze his eyebrow?
Or eyebrows?
He
Did you
needs
see
to. He needs
the unibrow was
I
so
didn't.
thick.
to.
I didn't
didn't
see
pay
it.
attention.
Just give it a little tweeze. That's all I'm asking for. And then we got another -1 for the name Pete.
Yeah, yeah. That's why his
Oh.
code name's so cool because his name is.
They have to call him
Mitchell.
Maverick
Mitchell.
because
Peter
Pete-
Mitchell.
Blech. Boo.
I do want aviator sunglasses now, though.
They did have good sunglasses.
This whole movie was just marketing.
The
for aviator
mustache is
glasses.
not as good as Tombstone.
No,
They're
no.
too,
No.
they're too tailored. They're
90s
too-
mustaches are bad.
Yeah.
They're not wild enough. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're too just on the lip.
They're
yeah.
very. They all had cop stash.
Yeah.
Anyways, that leaves Tom's Maverick at a 1.
Yeah,
He's
Ooh.
1. Not hot.
not hot.
No.
We
Number
need to
one.
get a board.
We do
with
need to
all
get
the-
aboard.
All the people.
Also,
right?
Val Kilmer not cool in this movie.
No.
Way better as Batman.
Better as Batman.
Way
better
better as
as
Doc.
Doc.
Better as
Doc
Doc.
Holliday.
Yeah.
The best
That
is
end,
Doc.
the end thing when he's like, "You could be my wingman," I was like, "That's kind of you. I'm your Huckleberry." That's a little bit there.
I really
So-
want to see the sequel to this
I'm
movie
your wingman.
because I just hope I hope the stakes
Should we
are
watch
higher. I hope it's like, I don't know, just better. Like once I saw the Rotten Tomatoes rating, I was like, oh boy. And yeah,
Like-
it deserves a
The
56.
new one is rated at like
It's like a 96.
90. Yeah.
It's crazy high.
Miles Teller.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the guy? I heard he was like
Rooster.
really, really good in this one.
Is that his call
He's-
sign, Rooster?
Rooster,
That's excellent.
Oh.
Good
which
stuff.
Yeah.
good casting for his son.
I've only
Yeah.
heard
Yeah.
good things about Maverick, yeah, but I don't know if I'll ever watch it.
They really did Tom Cruise a disservice by making the Goose actor 11,000 feet tall. I just have to imagine that this whole movie, Tom Cruise is on an apple box.
Yes.
All right.
So do we want to call signs?
Oh, God.
Oh yeah,
I don't know what my
Ooh.
call sign would be. Well, they get given to you.
You're right.
So should we give each
So-
other?
Oh boy.
Like Nick would be Slick,
No.
obviously.
I mean this is kind of like our cowboy names.
Nick would be Slick.
Yeah,
Spaceman
it
for
just ends up being
Carl.
exactly our our cowboy names.
Well, I didn't get a cowboy name, so what would
What's
I
your
be?
cowgirl slash?
Well, Carl
Top
would be
Gun
Carl
name?
would be Spaceman probably, or like something egg related. Yolk,
Yoke.
Yolk.
eggshell.
No,
Yeah.
that's Yoke. Yoke
Eggshell.
is
Yokes.
his guy behind him
Oh.
in the plane.
Well, that'd have to be what his guy got nicknamed in basic training a million years ago. Though
Well,
that would have been coincidence.
I'd be Yoke and he'd be Egg White. I mean,
Yeah, no.
I don't know what mine would be or what yours would be. Like these guys have nicknames. I don't.
Tear duct. That would be
Tear
me.
duct.
the stash.
You do cry all
I
the
cry
time.
a lot,
I mean,
which is what you want in a fighter pilot.
shaky.
Point
Emotions.
Man.
I mean, I would never. None of us would be fighter pilots actually, because we don't have 20/20 vision.
It's true.
Aww.
Oh yeah.
This is a moot point.
Mm.
We couldn't be fighter pilots.
What do we
The whole
call
bubble
you?
would have to be a contact lens for me.
Yeah.
A corrective cockpit lens. Just have bifocal windshield.
Windshield. That'd be pretty cool.
I can see him far, but now I can't see him at all. And
Just you're like flying up
little
real
better.
close, like,
Yeah.
hmm,
I'm like, is that a Russian? Yeah, that's a Russian. Like,
that
squinting
looks
the whole
Russian
time.
to me.
So I want to talk about how expensive our current planes are really quick because I like the military, and Danielle gets stressed out whenever I talk about how expensive.
Because it's
Things are-
ridiculous. Just have one less plane and fun education. Like,
So they
that's
talk-
all I want.
They talk about how
Come on. Do we need 10 planes? Just build 8. Like, come
we
on.
need hundreds of them.
Put
No.
one Maverick in there and you saved 4 planes. Like,
They talk about how the Tomcat costs $30 million, which in today's money is $64 million. Our current all-purpose fighter is the F-22 Raptor, and it looks kind of like the F-15 Eagle, my favorite plane. $125 million per aircraft.
Oh
Like,
my god.
come on. Come on.
We are, and it's bitchin'. That thing and the
they
A-10,
are very cool.
That thing and the A-10
Fighter
Warthog.
jets.
For $125 million, I
Sick.
hope so. Like,
Our military is so good.
USA, USA. just start chanting.
There's something like
Oh,
our
man.
Navy is like the 5th most powerful military in the world. Just the Navy.
just the
Jeez.
Navy. We're
Jeez.
stupid.
Oh man.
America, baby.
And people are like Mitch McConnell, the turtle himself, actually had to make this point in an interview about people whining, mostly Republicans, whining because Republicans are stupid, whining about us giving a lot of military stuff to Ukraine, but we're giving them a bunch of old shit and replacing it with new shit. So it's like,
Great.
yeah, we're just offloading older crap.
Trash.
Well, no, it's really good. It's still better than anything Russia's gonna have for the next 100 years.
What were
But
we going to
we're-
do with it anyways?
Exactly.
It's recycling.
Yeah, it's either give
It's
it to
good
the
for the
Ukraine
environment.
or sell it to Syria.
Jeez.
Let's do hit, miss, or miss and get the hell out of here.
All right.
Instead of talking about politics, I think this movie's mid. It's hilarious. It's awful. It's so bad.
It's hilarious.
But
It's
because
awful.
it's a fun watch, in like a this movie's a disaster / these men are really sweaty for no reason all the time. Like
So
it's,
sweaty.
it gets a
I-
mid. I think 56% on Rotten Tomatoes is fair.
I'm gonna give it a hit.
Oh,
It was ridiculous, but it was super. I would watch it again for sure.
I mean, I would.
Like it was fun to watch. Nothing took itself too serious. Like
Yeah.
I think it knew what it was.
I think it should have taken itself a little more serious.
maybe, but it committed, so it still hits for me.
Carl?
I think I think mid because I'm at like 6.5. I think maybe 7.
That's
This
mid,
movie's
yeah.
kind of a soap opera for the military.
Yeah,
like it's just very
that's true.
yeah, kind of ham-fisted. But yeah, I think it feels fair.
I don't know. Mid, I guess.
Mid, I
Mid
guess.
0.5.
If you like this movie, I still respect you, but I think this movie sucks.
I was glad to be
It's not
watching
my
it
favorite movie of the year.
after being at Disney
Yeah, for 2 days.
for 2 days. I
while
was
sick.
like, I'm glad I'm watching this. And
The
not
best part about this
something
movie is that it's
stressful.
under 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's true.
In and
Barely.
out.
But yeah, I was about to say
1 hour
With
and
credits.
I
15
saw
minutes.
1 hour 50. I went, oh man, and the
Yes.
credits are like 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like an hour and 45
110 minutes of rampant homosexuality.
And really, you could have like fast forwarded through all the fight scenes because it's
Yeah.
just the same thing every time.
There was a few just.
Did you notice that there's a shot of like a missile and it's like the same shot?
Dude,
used
that's what I
every
was gonna
time?
say. At the actual fight at the end, every
Yeah.
time you saw a plane explode, it felt like the same shot.
Yeah.
just,
Well, every missile
Oh,
shot
yeah.
is like
Four
the
times.
same thing. Or it came from the left now. Flip it, and then this. Wow. Which they
I was actually pretty impressed with some of the camera work for the planes because I was like, you have to be in another fighter jet to film that, right?
They did, and
Or
they actually had to
drones?
shoot. It was
Drones?
Yeah, never mind.
1986. No, they had to shoot this with I forget what format, but a different kind of film format that was more like squared and used like round lenses that are shorter, so that they could fit them in the cockpits.
Gotcha.
Because they were too long. So basically, with that form factor, you're filming stretched tall. So like literally stretched, and then in the editing bay you go wah and compress it to 60 by 9. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, so for a technical standpoint, that was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
The dude that did the given the bird scene was an astronaut. Pretty neat.
So
did they actually do that, or did they like fabricate that?
they did
scene?
not do that.
They did not do that. No.
Because-
because everybody would have died.
Well, also it's
Gotcha.
actually impossible,
Yeah.
and there's a reason you don't see the whole plane
Oh.
because the tails would get in the way of each other.
Right. They would
You
get
literally
Oh.
can't.
Right.
Yeah, there's no
So-
way you could do
That
that.
makes sense.
Because I know flying upside down is like inherently difficult because of the way the drag
But
or
fun
whatever. But I
scene.
was like, maybe there's a way to do that. But yeah.
Can you imagine though? Just getting flipped off like that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you're out there like actually fighting, and the dude just flips you off.
I do it in traffic. But
yeah,
not
but
upside down.
you're in the air.
I wonder if
going-
Maverick threw that photo
Mach
into the ocean too.
Yeah.
Probably.
This is useless too now. He's gone.
I don't want to hold on to any of these treasured memories.
Just like
throw
dumps
them
his
away.
box of
No.
stuff he handed to the wife.
Throws his wife in the ocean and the kid too. It's like, all right, they're all gone now. No more memories.
Which Goose's wife is Meg Ryan, which we will see featured in one of our rom-com movies that we will watch in February.
Nice. Rom-com month. We haven't picked
She
him
did seem
yet.
really familiar.
Danielle's picked him. Well, she was like a 90s heartthrob rom-com lady.
She was the rom-com lady. I think we've picked 3 out of 4 rom-coms. I don't know what the 4th one should be.
Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
That's not a rom-com.
Which one? Are we
Think
we're
about
not disclosing those yet?
Yeah, not yet.
Okay.
Cloudy with
Classified.
a Chance of Meatballs
I'll tell you later. It's a secret.
is a rom-com.
Nice.
There is a little bit of a rom-com in
never
it,
seen it.
isn't it?
That's a rom-com.
I haven't seen it in a while.
Cloudy with a Chance of
I
Meatballs
forgot.
is a rom-com. That's my new galaxy brain take. Also, that movie is good. That's a good movie.
That's DreamWorks.
That's a DreamWorks movie. That's
Is
good.
that Adam Sandler?
I haven't seen
Nope.
that one.
Flint Lockwood.
Adam Sandler.
Pick a movie for God's sake.
Is it my turn?
Yeah. Carl
your
picked
turn.
Top Gun.
I did.
We have to watch this movie jet lagged next weekend
I mean, you can watch it
or
on
while we're up
Tuesday.
there.
Maybe. No,
I'm so
I
scared.
couldn't bring myself to watch a movie while we're there.
This
We
is
are
hard to
watching
get
next
one.
weekend.
Okay.
Or recording next weekend.
I
Or
don't know.
normal time record. Okay.
2001.
The Big Lebowski.
Oh.
Ooh.
I don't know what this is, but I only pull movies I
Jeff Bridges.
don't want to watch. So
John Goodman.
I keep
Steve
seeing.
Buscemi.
There's a dude.
Very Coen Brothers.
There's a dude that
Coen Brothers.
TikTok edits NFL highlights, And every time someone like stretches out for a touchdown, it's the John Goodman yelling over the line in the bowling alley from The Big Lebowski. Over the line!
Is this a bowling movie?
And I have no idea what this movie is. I know that the dude
Bowling's a
abides.
setting
I know
a
that
little
the
bit.
dude drinks White Russians. I know that the
And
dude wears a cardigan.
Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott's in it. John Goodman's
It's
in
an amazing
it.
cast. I love
Why-
this movie.
Is it a
It's really
comedy?
great. It's kind of it's just very Coen Brothers, where it's like kind of a slice of life, but it's a little bit of everything.
What are
There's
other
some
Coen
drama,
Brothers
some
films?
Who put this
Inside
in
Llewyn
here?
Davis.
I did.
Okay.
Inside Llewyn Davis is a Coen brother?
Right?
No.
They did the
We watched
um,
another one, Cohen.
the Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
I want to watch that so bad. That
That's
looks
another good
amazing.
one. They do a really good. They have a lot of diversity with their movies. It's pretty wide range.
Did they do Oh Brother Where Art Thou? I've seen that.
Mm-hmm.
No Country for Old Men.
Oh man.
True Grit.
Oh,
The
Inside Llewyn
2010
Davis is Cohen Brothers.
Yep. Fargo from the 90s Fargo.
Oh, nice.
2010's True Grit. So this guy
They're all over the place.
must be a
Yeah.
what is
You
it?
can't
Jeff
box him in.
Bridges? Yeah, he must be a Jeff Bridges fan. Or the Coen brothers. He's done a
Yeah.
lot of stuff. And
I like it when directors have like their
George Clooney.
ensemble. Oh yeah.
George Clooney's in a couple of these too. Bad Santa. With
Did they do?
Oh, Sam Elliott's in.
What's the one?
Big
Yeah, yeah.
Lebowski.
What's the one with Brad Pitt and he works at like a movie place
I don't know.
and George Clooney's in it?
I don't know.
Is it Please Rewind or something?
we don't
Thank you for
watch
not
them.
smoking.
We don't watch movies, man. You're on your
Yeah.
own.
I know. What an island.
All right.
Ugh.
Big Lebowski. I'm excited for this one. I'm excited to
See.
get it. Maybe we'll order White Russians and I'm not drinking that.
Ooh.
No,
I don't know what's in a right. Isn't it?
I don't
rum-
either, but-
rum and
I think it's.
cream. And,
I like going with the theme.
Well, wouldn't it be vodka because it's Russian?
yeah, you're right.
Look at me. I know
White
things.
Russian.
I know things.
Is vodka, coffee liqueur like Kahlua, and cream.
I mean,
That's
that
a very
sounds
simple drink.
good.
This is what Tyler ordered.
Yes,
At,
and he liked it.
at that bar. That was excellent. What was that
Shout out
place
to
called?
Handlebar,
Handlebars in
Handlebar.
where the hell were we?
Mount Dora.
I don't know anything.
No, that's why I'm here.
Handlebar in Mount Dora, excellent bar. We went like 4 times.
Yeah.
We were like, this one
For
bar's
hours.
good. Let's go nowhere else.
Yeah,
We tried to go to another bar and it was
it
stupid.
was terrible. And like,
We were a big party, so they were like, you'll have one waitress and you cannot order drinks at the bar. And then that waitress never came. So I got mad and we left.
We left.
and went to
And went back
Handlebars.
to.
No, that was the first time I went to Handlebars.
Oh, okay.
And I looked up because Megan wanted to go there. I looked it up on my phone and they had paper planes on the menu. And I'm like, if you've got
Wow.
paper planes on the menu, although I asked what whiskey they would recommend going with it, fully knowing that I want a rye with as much proof as I can get. And she said Maker's Mark or some other bourbon. And I was like, none of those. They put
I think Maker's Mark is what I had.
Makers is
Maker's
fine.
Mark. I do Wild Turkey 101 in my paper planes.
That may have
Or
been-
Forester, Old Forester.
I just thought
100.
there was a Wax Red Seal.
That's Maker's.
Yeah, I've
Makers,
never
yeah.
seen one. I've never seen one on the menu. I always be like, "Can you guys make me paper plane or a last word?" And they're like, "Yeah." And then all of a sudden, the bartender's like, "So you know a lot about drinks?" And I'm like, "Just these two."
Yeah, they had last words.
This
too.
is the end of my knowledge.
They had gin. I had a gin fizz for the first time with the full foam rise, which was cool. Gin fizz, not a very characteristic drink. It just kind of tastes like some.
Fizz.
Yeah, it's like it tastes like you're not really drinking much of anything.
Yeah. What was the drink you got at Attaboy's, Nick? That wasn't it penicillin?
Or was I wanted the penicillin. I got the base camp, which is
The
a
base camp.
Scotch. It was Lafroig and some bourbon, and then some like bitters,
Wow.
and
Sounded like
It
you
was
said
wild.
LaCroix.
So that's punching you in the face.
it was great though.
Yeah,
it
I
was.
bet.
It's
I'd
like
try it.
it's mostly bourbon, a little Scotch.
What's your favorite drink?
grape juice.
White Claws,
Yeah.
No, I don't like White Claws.
Apple juice.
If I had to pick a seltzer of choice,
cider.
it'd be Vizzies.
Bud Light seltzer though.
I like a margarita, preferably a flavored margarita, like a mango or a strawberry or
Never mango.
Didn't you have
anything.
one
Watermelon?
Thing? Oh, it was a margarita. No.
Where?
They have
one-
margaritas at Jack
a
Brown's
handlebar?
now.
Our last
Really?
our last night
Yeah.
at Handlebars.
Pretty
it was
good.
a French
She had a
75,
French 75,
which
and
is
she liked it. That's a
cock-
gin drink.
a cocktail I would have never thought I liked. but
Isn't
I
that
was
like-
desperate to be tipsy.
Isn't it like gin and a lemon twist? And
It's powdered sugar, champagne, gin.
that's right. It's prosecco,
Lemon.
gin, lemon twist.
Powdered sugar.
It was good. It was sweet and like
you
lemony.
rim the glass with sugar, so you rub the lemon juice on the rim and then roll it in.
It was
sugar.
good. I don't know. I like a fruity.
might-
I like a fruity cocktail.
You know we can make that at home, right? Like now.
Yeah, but then
we
we have
have-
to commit to a whole bottle of champagne
We just
that'll
have
go
to drink
bad.
a lot of French 75s
Ah.
or mimosas. It's a good like
Ooh.
do it
Let's
on
get lit.
Saturday. It's like Saturday.
Have the
night
girls
and then
over for
mimosas on
brunch.
Sunday.
Yeah.
You right?
All right.
Maybe next bachelor night.
Oh,
There you
brunch
go.
and
French 75s and
Golden
mimosas.
bachelor. Oh, you won't be here to make them for us this week.
That is
though.
true. We can
I
do
can't
it.
possibly do it myself. I need you to do it for me.
You can't use any of the cocktail books
possibly.
we have or the internet or all of the gear that I
No, it's better when you do it for me.
have with measurements that are very simple. That's probably not a shake and drink because it'd explode because it has
Yeah.
champagne in it.
Listen,
You don't want to create a bomb in your.
I don't have the patience to measure things or be careful, and Cameron loves
jigger.
it, so that's why I have him do
It's
it.
so easy.
Yeah, but I'm like, whatever.
All right.
This is not the time for that.
Maybe we'll have
Very-
a whole
very calculated.
episode about drinks next year. I'm so excited to not have to do movies every week next
true.
year. It's
It
gonna
would be
great.
fun to come up with our own cocktail recipes in one episode.
Oh,
Be like,
boy.
this is
Ooh,
my.
I like
I would
that.
have
Like-
no idea.
I've been
I wouldn't know where
watching
to
some
start.
podcast clips where they're like coming up with their own phrases and coming up with their own like band names, and I love
own
those kind of
drinks.
like hypotheticals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My drink's gonna be called the Don Nuts.
Ooh,
Can't
that's
steal
actually
my
a pretty
thing.
good name.
But what would it be?
Don Knotts is
He's
my
over
thing.
my shoulder.
Ooh.
Yeah, whose are they?
Listen,
Who
in
bought 'em?
his house.
This man shares the same home state as me, so I have a better tie.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
dumbest character in the Andy Griffith Show. Shares a homestead with you.
I
Just
mean,
kidding. I love
one of the
I
best,
love Don
too.
Knotts.
He can be
is-
both.
He's the best. Him and Otis carry that
Otis.
show. Shout out
Oh
to Otis.
yeah,
Man, what a
Gomer
good-
Pyle.
Oh yeah, wow. Right?
Yeah.
I might have to
All
rewatch
right,
some of that
sure.
show. That's a great man.
Gomer Pyle or
it's
Andy
on.
Griffith
It's
Show?
on Prime.
The Andy Griffith Show.
Yeah, it is on Prime.
It is. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's also on
All right.
like. Well, you don't have cable, do you?
No.
It's on TV like at 5:30, like the half hour right after work. You can unwind with some Andy Griffith. I actually I built the stand that all of these lights and cameras and soundboards and laptops that the people can't see are all on while watching an episode of the Andy Griffith Show. And on that note, we're gonna leave the state.
All right.
Goodbye.
I'll miss you.
We're gonna go to Las Vegas and gamble the house away and
Yeah.
do cocaine. And
Can't wait to be homeless.
cocaine and strippers. And
Cocaine.
So
flashy
many
lights, and
strippers.
I'm gonna hate it because what I hate is crowds and consumerism.
Oh boy.
So I am not gonna have a
Sounds
good
like
time.
your place.
The two
Yeah.
C's, the three C's, things I hate: cocaine, crowds, and consumerism. And Vegas is not gonna be the place for me.
No.
I'm not excited, and we're gonna be there for 5 days.
Ugh.
Though we only really have responsibility, evidently, for 2. So
Yep. And half days.
half days those 2 days because we're
We're gonna have fun.
We're
It'll
going
be great.
just kind of for fun because we were employees number 1 and 2. So
Yep.
on that note,
Alrighty.
I gotta go buy small toothpaste and shampoo at Target with all the white women. Can't wait. So we will watch. What are we watching? The Big Lebowski.
The Big
The
Lebowski.
Big Lebowski.
The Dude Abides, etc. And we will catch you in the next one.